Right, here we are. We got ourselves a Category D insurance write-off Fiat 500. I bought it as a Category D off eBay. It's got frontal damage, as you can probably see. 10,000 miles, and it's an automatic Lusso. And what I'm going to show you over a series of videos is how to change the front panel, slam panel, radiator pack. The only damage that it's got with this car is the radiators have been perforated by being pushed forward, but you can see here there's no structural damage to the main leg or anything. The only thing that's been bent is the crumple area at the top of here and the support brackets down there. You can see the pipes nipped up. So this whole front panel will come off, and from there we'll stick on a new bonnet, which is slightly bent, as you can probably see up here. There's a bent bonnet, and we go from there. I have actually bought now a replacement bonnet in the same colour and a replacement front end and genuine radiator pack and front slam panel, so everything can go on the vehicle as genuine. Brilliant. So the intention is to keep this car, I think, for a little while, see how we get on with it and get it rebuilt, and I'm going to show you how to do it over a series of a few weeks. So first up, what we're going to do is we're going to take off this front panel, as it's held together by Torx along the top here, along the side, along this edge underneath, under the wheel, and then there's some more mounting points up underneath the front here. Then we'll take the bumper off, and that'll give us access to see what the damage is with the headlight and the spotlight. So I'm going to go ahead and take off these Torx on top of the slam panel. Bit of corrosion there, and I like to keep them on a magnetic bowl there so that I don't lose them and I know exactly where they come from. Okay, we've got the screws in the tin. Up under the wheel arch we've got, I don't know if you can see it, but there's two self tappers there, and there's other Torx up in the top corner. Once they're out of the way, you can do it by turning the wheels. Once they're out of the way, you can just run the full front bumper off. You should be easy slide. Okay, so up under the wing we've done this side's screws, and we've undone the bottom screws, and now we've got to a position where this should just pop off like that. It's already loose across the top, like that, and that just pops out there. So the whole front section should now just fall away. Look at that. It's quite scary, isn't it? Got a headlight in there somewhere stuck. Okay, but there you have it, the front end's off. So let's have an inspection of the damage. Okay, so the front slam panel has been knocked back. There you go, front slam panel. Bent. Lower slam panel's perfectly fine. Air conditioning radiator's taken a bit of a hit, and it's bent and distorted the top of the slam panel. Never mind, we have a new one. Headlight, well, that's loose, but we've got a repair kit for that. Now this headlight, that looks like it's repairable. It's not broken. It's got lugs missing, but that's not insurmountable. Okay, next job. I've taken off the headlights. They're mounted here, and there's another one on the front here, and the same on the other side. You can see where the damage has happened now. That's been pushed up. And luckily there's nothing, there's a little bit of a tweak on the top of the wing, but everything else is absolutely square and straight, and we've measured it, so we're alright. So next job is to drop the front panel off. First up I'm going to have to drain off the fluids of the radiator. Air conditioning's already degassed. And what might be a bit tricky is this little Torx bolt here, which needs to come off in the air conditioning manifold, but after that I'm going to drop the hose off at the bottom of the radiator and drain off this fluid, and then we can drop this whole front panel out of the way. Great. Might be easy if you just push the cables out of the way, disconnect everything you can before you start taking off this big panel, and it might also be beneficial to start taking some of the weight off it if you felt that you needed to. But I'm just going to go ahead and take off these main bolts that support this front panel on, and the top two up there and there, and we should be able to drop this whole thing. Okay, Fiat 500, what I'm going to do is drain off the radiator pack. You can see that spring clip in there, that's got to pop up, and then that hose will drop down all the fluids into its receptacle, the dirty bucket. Hopefully no mess, and that means this whole front panel, which is just held on now with one and a little tiny 10 and one underneath, this whole front panel should just come on. There we are, Project Fiat 500, and we've got the whole of the front slam panel and radiator complex off. As we can see, there's no damage whatsoever to any of these legs or anything. What we've got here is nice straight. That's the only bit of damage up there on the wing. The rest of it seems to be pretty square and good. I think the aluminium's probably had a little bit of a ding in there, but that's nothing. Welcome back to the Fiat 500. So we've just lifted up the new radiator pack and front slam panel, and we got two bolts just in there to keep it in square while we do a bit of lining up of the front members. I've bent this back straight. That was the bit that was bent because the headlight going back. I'll finish that off with a bit of a dolly and hammer. As you can see, it sort of lines up as immediately starts to go in really well. In here, I've got to start connecting up all the hose pipes and plugs and sockets and connections, but they're relatively easy. They're all in the same position as they were when they came out. Hi guys, and welcome to the Project Fiat 500 part, whatever it is, I don't know. So what we got all front panels on. You can see it looks all gleaming in black. On this side I've got a headlight which is unfortunately still broken. Tomorrow I shall show you how to make a repair to a headlight. The lugs are missing and they're broken. So rather like the other side of the car, I had to buy a repair kit and mount on new lugs and brackets, which are all, as you can see, all in position now. They're about 15 quid off eBay, genuine Fiat parts. And now I'm just going to put on a brand new air filter, which obviously it kind of needs, because you should always put a new air filter on things. It's had fresh oil in it and filters and stuff. But you can see this car is absolutely immaculate inside. It's as if it came out of the factory. I haven't cleaned this up, I haven't tarted it up or anything. It is as it is. The only thing I've done is put a new bonnet on it, obviously. Genuine Alpha, genuine Fiat even. But it's absolutely straight as a die and absolutely spotlessly clean. Really easy, really. Okay, tomorrow hopefully get the headlight, tomorrow hopefully fit the headlight, and tomorrow hopefully fit the bumper. The bumper's now polished up and gleaming, ready to go. Okay, hi guys. What I'm going to do today is part of the Fiat 500 project, which must be part 9, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to show you how to do a repair on a headlamp. The Fiat 500 headlamps have these brackets which are moulded as part of the unit, and invariably through a front end nudge they snap off. And this one's had both the lower bracket and the top bracket snapped. Thoughtfully, you can probably see that in there, thoughtfully Fiat realised the error of their ways and decided, maybe we should produce a repair kit for this particular product. And here we have as a genuine Mopar Fiat Lancia Alfa Romeo repair kit for the Fiat 500 driver's side. And what I'm going to do is show you how you prepare the remnants of the plastic here so that we can just simply mount it. There are in fact lugs on here, you can probably see the little black holes, ready, pre-drilled and ready for the screws to mount onto. So it's obviously a problem they thought of during manufacture. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and fit this. To do this you'll need some tools. You'll need a pair of side cutters, electrical side cutters with a good sharp edge so you can cut off the remainder of the pieces. A file for preparing and flattening down any edges that you might have left over. You'll need a screwdriver to mount these on, or in this case actually it's a T15 Torx set. Torx is that funny little thing that get in focus, which isn't an Allen key, it isn't a Phillips, it's a Torx, it's a T15, that's what you need. So yeah, if you just bear with me a second, I'm going to show you how you cut this lot off. Right, okay, so here's the repair bracket piece for this top section. As you can probably see, it's almost a fit. There's very little that I have to prepare or cut off, but there's still a bit of a there's a bit of a tag here which needs to be cut away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pair of side cutters, and I'm ever so gently just going to trim this off, and hopefully we can get down to the, mind your eyes of course, wear eye protection and goggles. I'd show you, but you don't really need to consider the fact that I am wearing it. And we trim this back in such a way that we should be able to offer up the new piece. It's there's a little way further to go there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw file this rough edge off. Right, so we've filed away this edge and trimmed away a little bit of plastic. It doesn't take long, it takes about 3 or 4 minutes. We can probably see now that the bracket now fits perfectly in there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to screw that in effectively. So we need some little screws, which we have here, which are torque setting T15. I mentioned it earlier. And so if you are using electric screwdriver piece, make sure you've got the torque on the actual drill driver turned right down to prevent stripping the threads off or stripping the plastic away. You don't want to go to all this trouble to repair the headlight and discover that you've made a complete mess of it, and you can't actually mount it because there's no material left. I'm just going to slip that in there. Apologies for the shaky camera work. I've got to tell you, one-handed drilling it's not easy. Whose idea was this? That'd be right, be mine. So, second screw goes in the top there. Anyway, second screw's in the top, which we'll do in a second. And basically, it's the same procedure for all the lugs. The lower lug at the bottom here is a bit trickier. The lower bracket, the repair bracket, has to mould and fit that way around. So you have a bit more modification to do. You've got to cut through this section here. You can see my finger right off. So you're only left with this little lobe here with the drill bit in. You can see it's a pocket. That entire pocket comes off and is replaced with this pocket. And the 2 screw holes line up with those 2 screw holes there. Do not lose those screw holes. Just take this piece off, okay? And the new bit lines up and goes over the top. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, yeah. So what we've done is we saw the lug earlier that was in there with the pocket. You can see it better now. Put some light on it. I've just simply cut it off with some side cutters and run a file over the loose edge. And then we're prepared to offer up the repair piece, which, as you'll see, just simply slots in over the top, ready for its 2 screws to go in there. It's really quite easy, really simple, really snug and secure. Handy tip is to prevent scratching the plastic of the lens, put a tea towel down, and it prevents damage to any of the other aspects of the glass or anything, because although you can polish and clean out scratches and slight matting of the glass, it's very difficult. It's far easier if you don't scratch it in the first place. So once I've done these 2 little screws that go in here, once I've done the 2 screws, the headlamp will be finished. There you have it, a headlamp with new mounting bracket on the top, and the existing old bracket on the bottom, which hasn't changed of course. So all it remains to do is give it a quick clean and polish, and that headlight can be offered up onto the car. Good as new, and that just saved about £120. These kits are available from various suppliers. I got this one from Parts Direct on eBay, but genuine Alfa Romeo, always look for the right part code and look for a registration, and it's the right part. 15 quid against a whole new headlamp unit of over £100. Can't go wrong, can you? And now the moment of truth. Yay, we have a headlight fitted. Okay, that is securely bolted in. And the repair. There it is. Hey, we have a headlight. So we have a repair at the top there. With repair at the bottom. Just see my finger in the way, there it is. And of course the same on this side as well. And the headlights are now in position. So the next job is to offer up the front slam panel, the front bumper. That should be easy enough, I think. Yay! Front panel on. And new Italian-esque pressed aluminium registration plate. So next job is to screw it all up and bolt it in. And there we go. I got to tell you, it's the front end is on quite well there. There's the usual Fiat 500 dubious shut lines, but I managed to get that pretty square at the front there. It's pretty uniform along the front there, I think you'd agree. Obviously headlights work. Colour match, I think it's because the water's on it. But the colour is the same. As soon as you wipe it off, it becomes the same colour. So we've got it. We've got the front end on our little Fiat 500. Wow, I'm really pleased with that. Square, nice,